Hi, I'm David. If you haven't watched before, welcome to Leisure Bit. And today we're going to have a look at fitting a radio in the back of the van, or a radio module, I should say. So let's take a look. So I quite like listening to the radio. I find it quite relaxing sitting and listening to the radio. So it's something I quite fancied having in the back of the van. But I didn't want to have the overhead, and whilst it's quite practical to do, and lots of people have done it, is running the cab radio back through to the back of the van, fitting some speakers and potentially even connecting up the power to the leisure battery just to avoid it draining down your vehicle battery when it's in use. But I thought I'd do something a little bit different. And you remember from the previous look at technology we did, we had a look at the Avtex TV and the Avtex Soundbar, which I've got to show you here. And one thing I thought would be really useful to do, the soundbar has an auxiliary input on it, and I thought it was useful to actually connect a radio module to that one. Now you can of course stream radio on your mobile or your tablet and then send it via Bluetooth on there, but I always think that is a massive overhead for listening to radio, and if you think the power consumption to do that's huge when you think of all of the complexity that goes into that one. So not so much in your van, but kind of wider than that. So it's perfectly feasible to do that. But I wanted a kind of slightly simpler solution that was a bit more standalone and didn't rely on you using your data plan or having to have mobile coverage in order to do that. So I did a bit of research and settled on this one, which is the Kenwood KTC 500 DAB. And out of the box as it came, so it came in the box, and you essentially get the screen, which is that bit. Let's have a look at that. If we press it, we can see it turns on there and shows what we're actually currently listening to. And it also comes with a mic, so you can use it as a Bluetooth speakerphone. And there's also a module that comes with it. Now, what I've actually done with the module is I've put it, as you probably expect, I've made some modifications to it, and I've put it inside this little box, which basically just has a power supply to convert to 5 volts from 12 volts and the module, and then some onward connections from it. And then I can mount that in the cupboard. And I believe the aerial has a DAB output on it. So I'm planning on connecting this connector at the bottom here, which is the aerial input, through to that DAB connection. And for the demonstration, I've just got a 9-volt battery plugged into the input, but that would obviously connect up to your 12 volts. So within that, it's literally just a 12 volt to 5 volt converter module that I've put in a box and then just connected up. What's quite clever on this one is the device itself comes with a remote control for it, essentially. You can clip this off the stand and then just take it wherever you want to take it. That gives you a view on that. You tune in the radio just by turning the knob there, and then when you get to a station you want to watch, you just press it in. You can control other features with the buttons along here, so you can play and pause. You can connect via Bluetooth to it as well. There's also forward and backward and the phone control buttons as well as part of that. To save power, the display switches itself off when it's not in use. And to connect it up to your speaker, because it doesn't come with a speaker, you simply connect a 3.5mm plug. Let's pull that out there and show you one of those into there, and then that just connects round into the AV input at the back of the Avtex Soundbar or whatever soundbar you have. So that actually connects it together then, and then that allows it to work. I've got it muted for obviously for copyright reasons. I can't play music on here or anything copyright, but if we just very briefly unmute it and then select a station. So if we just select something and then you can see there it just works now, and just mute and unmute it from there. Let me just see if I can pick something. I'll just blank out anything where we hit anything that's going to get us into trouble. So as you can see there, I'm just muting it and unmuting it from the switch here. So that basically feeds through there. So apologies I can't give you a really good sound demo on it, but I'll end up in trouble for sharing copyright material, and we don't want that, do we? So that's the Kenwood DAB solution, and that allows me then to listen to the radio and just relax down in the back of the van, and I can mount that wherever's convenient. It just comes with a sticky foot on it, so that you can mount it where it's convenient, and it literally just clips on like that, and you can change the angle of it, so you can have it there or you could have it flat, whichever makes most sense there. So that's the Kenwood DAB radio solution that I'm fitting to the van. I thought I'd share it because I'm sure other people like sitting and relaxing to the radio. It doesn't use a lot of power then. You've obviously got the power to power the soundbar and a little bit of power to power the DAB module, but nice and simple solution there that just connects through and uses the auxiliary input, and you just select auxiliary on the soundbar to use that. So that's the Kenwood DAB Plus module, and with a little bit of modification by just putting a power supply on it. You can use, of course, it comes with a USB connector, so you can just plug it into USB if you don't want the faff on of having to make your own little box up and that sort of thing. So you can use it that way as well, and it does come with an aerial as well, so that you can get away with it without having to patch it into your van aerial if you so wish to do. The reason I'm connected up to the van aerial is just to maximise the signal strength. So that's my back of the van radio solution. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You take care.